Hi there, Henry here from Freedom Formula. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to change your life with this ancient philosophy. This ancient philosophy has been around for over 2,000 years, yet still resonates with people today. We're speaking about Stoicism. So what exactly is Stoicism? Simply put, Stoicism is a philosophy that embraces the importance of virtue, reason, and self-control. It teaches us to focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot. One of the most famous Stoic philosophers was Marcus Aurelius, who said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Essentially, this quote means that while we can't always control what happens to us in life, we do have the power to control how we react to those events. For example, let's say you're stuck in traffic and running late for an important meeting. You can't control traffic, but you can control your reaction to it. You can choose to become angry and frustrated, or you can choose to remain calm and use the extra time to prepare for your meeting. Here are some practical tips for applying this Stoic principle in your life. Number 1. Identify what's within your control. Take a moment to reflect on your life and identify what you can and cannot control. You can control your thoughts, attitudes, and actions, but you cannot control the weather, traffic, or other people's behavior. Number 2. Reframe your thoughts. When something happens that's outside of your control, try to reframe your thoughts about the situation. Instead of dwelling on what you can't control, focus on what you can control and how you can respond in a positive way. Number 3. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being present and aware of your thoughts and emotions. By practicing mindfulness, you can become more aware of how you're reacting to external events and learn to respond in a more controlled and thoughtful way. Number 4. Use positive self-talk. When faced with a challenging situation, use positive self-talk to motivate yourself and stay focused. Tell yourself that you have the power to control your thoughts and emotions, and that you can overcome any obstacle. The Stoic philosophy teaches us that we have the power to control our thoughts and attitudes, even in the face of external events that are beyond our control. By focusing on what we can control and using practical techniques like reframing our thoughts and practicing mindfulness, we can find strength and resilience in any situation. Another important Stoic philosopher was Epictetus, who taught that we should focus on what we can control and not worry about what we cannot. He said, "Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control, and some things are not." Epictetus was a great Stoic philosopher who emphasized the importance of focusing on what we can control in order to achieve happiness and freedom. Let's explore this quote further and see how we can apply this principle in our daily lives. Epictetus believed that many of the things that we worry about in life are outside of our control, such as the weather or the behavior of others. By focusing on these things, we waste our time and energy and become unhappy. Instead, he taught that we should focus on what we can control, such as our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Here are some practical tips for applying this Stoic principle in your daily life. Number 1. Let go of things outside of your control. When something happens that's outside of your control, acknowledge it and let it go. Don't waste your energy worrying about something you can't change. Number 2, Practice gratitude. Focus on the things you have control over and be grateful for them. This can include things like your health, relationships, and personal achievements. Number 3, take responsibility for your actions. Instead of blaming external circumstances for your problems, take responsibility for your own actions and focus on what you can do to improve the situation. Number 4, set realistic goals. Set goals that are within your control and work towards achieving them. For example, instead of setting a goal to win a sporting competition, set a goal to practice every day to improve your skills. Epictetus believed that focusing on what we can control is essential to achieving happiness and freedom. By letting go of things outside of our control, practicing gratitude, taking responsibility for our own actions, and setting realistic goals, we can live a more fulfilling life. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of living in accordance with nature. This means accepting that everything in life is impermanent and that change is inevitable. Seneca, another famous Stoic philosopher, wrote, "The wise man neither rejects life nor fears death." Living in accordance with nature is another key principle of Stoicism. This means accepting the impermanence of life and understanding that change is a natural part of it. Let's explore this idea further and see how we can apply it to our daily lives. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, believed that the wise person accepts life as it is and doesn't fear death. This means living in the present moment and embracing the natural cycle of life, including birth, growth, death, and decay. Here are some practical tips for living in accordance with nature. Number 1, accept the impermanence of our daily life. Accept that everything in your life is impermanent, including our thoughts, feelings, and physical bodies. Rather than resisting change, embrace it as a natural part of life. Number 2, live in the present moment. Don't get caught up in regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. Focus on the present moment and enjoy what life has to offer. Number 3, practice gratitude. Be grateful for the small things in your life, no matter how small they may seem. This can help you appreciate the present moment and cultivate a positive outlook on life. Number 4, embrace change. Instead of fearing change, embrace it as an opportunity for growth and learning. Change can be difficult, but it can also lead to new experiences and perspectives. Living in accordance with nature means accepting the impermanence of life and embracing change as a natural part of it. By living in the present moment, practicing gratitude, embracing change, we can cultivate a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment in our lives. So, if you're interested in learning more about Stoicism, there are many resources available. You can read the works of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, and other Stoic philosophers. You can also find modern books and articles that apply Stoic principles to contemporary issues. Here are a few books on Stoicism that I would recommend. Number 1, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. This is a collection of personal writings by the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. In it, he reflects on the nature of life, the importance of virtue, and the Stoic concept of acceptance. Number 2, The Discourses by Epictetus. This is a collection of lectures given by the Stoic philosopher Epictetus. In it, he discusses the nature of ethics, the importance of reason, and the Stoic concept of inner freedom. Number 3. Letters from a Stoic by Seneca. This is a collection of letters written by the Stoic philosopher Seneca. In it, he offers practical advice on how to live a virtuous life and overcome obstacles. Number 4. A Guide to the Good Life. The Ancient Art of Stoic Joy by William B. Irvine. This is a modern interpretation of Stoicism that applies its principles to contemporary issues. In it, Irvine offers practical advice on how to live a more fulfilling life using Stoic philosophy. If you would like a copy of any of these books, just click the link in the description box down below. These are just a few examples of the many books available on Stoicism. Other authors and titles you might consider include The Enchiridion by Epictetus, Stoicism, a very short introduction by Brad Inwood, How to be a Stoic, using ancient philosophy to live a modern life by Massimo Pigliacci. In addition to books, there are also many online resources available for learning about Stoicism, such as podcasts, blogs, YouTube videos, and forums. So, whether you prefer to read ancient text or modern interpretations, there are plenty of ways to explore the philosophy of Stoicism and apply its principles to your own life. Stoicism is a philosophy that has stood the test of time and still offers valuable insights into how we can live our lives today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we upload more videos. Also, share your thoughts and comments below. We would love to hear from you. Just so you know, on the top left-hand side of the screen, you'll see a video that I believe you might like. Below that is a video YouTube thinks you might like. And if you look on the right side of the screen, you'll see an image of my head. Now, if you click on that, you'll be able to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. And bye for now.